guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited, and to you guys who are my new subscribers, welcome to the family. I'm super excited to go on this journey with you guys. To my subscribers in general, thank you so much for sticking it out. So today I am going to talk about something that we don't really talk about in our Congolese society. I don't want to generalize it being an African thing, but it's a bit of touchy-feeling situation. I want to talk about pregnancy. I personally just had my first child, and whoa, did it turn my life upside down, in good ways mostly, but things that I wish I knew and things that just happened to me, I'd like to share it with you guys. And for those of you guys who will be expecting very soon, or those of you guys who've been through it, some of you guys can relate. So I actually wanted to share with you guys several points that I've made. So if I'm looking down, please excuse me, I've got points on my phone. I'm no expert. I have my experience. That's as much as I can give you, and I will be sharing those with you. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, hope you're excited. I don't know if anyone can attest to this and if it's actually been scientifically proven, but there seems to be these theories and these beliefs about it's easier to carry a baby girl versus it's carrying a baby boy. I honestly think that's a whole bunch of nonsense. I feel like every woman carries differently, boy or girl. Every woman has their symptoms differently. Everyone has their own experiences with pregnancy, and every pregnancy is different. Whether it's two girls or one boy, I don't know, it's just different. And I had several comments being made and thrown at me saying that it's easier, or you not gaining weight, or you look better. One thing I tried not to do was let myself go. I tried my best to do my makeup because I love my makeup, and when I do makeup I feel great. So even when I was sick and throwing up and feeling horrible, I tried my best to look my best. And a lot of people would take that as if it was easy or smooth sailing for me, which was not the case. I was actually having nausea until the 6th month of my pregnancy, and I was on nausea tablets the whole time, trying to keep my food down. I had so many food aversions. It was very difficult for me. I had lost at least I think it was 4 to 5 kgs. So I was already thinner back then. So imagine losing those kgs while I'm pregnant. So I was going through the most, and you get people throwing comments that, oh yeah, you look like this because it's easier in a little girl than it is carrying a boy. Like that was one of the comments that would just make me feel so angry, because who are we to compare pregnancy? Firstly, I don't think it's something that anyone should do, for that matter. If you want to share experiences with other women, I feel like that's okay, but to say that you're having it easier than I am, that is nonsense. So if you're pregnant and you're going through whatever you're going through, and you found the best way to deal with your symptoms, I feel like that's the most important thing. Don't worry what people are saying. There has been no 100% proven test saying that it's easier to carry one gender of a baby versus another gender. Those are comments that should be reserved to yourself. If that's what you think, cool, but just don't tell any pregnant lady out there that, oh, you have it easy because you're carrying a girl. I've seen women who are carrying boys and have it quite okay. So it's just to say that it's so important not to compare your pregnancy to anyone else's. It's your own journey. I found out that I was pregnant literally, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 3 weeks before our first year anniversary. Yes. And it was so strange because I was thinking maybe it could be possible, but nah, I'll just wait for the right time to take a test. I was doing a course at the time, and I bumped into a girl that I met over there. She walks towards me. We were walking through the next class, and she asks me, are you a mom? I'm like, no, I'm not a mom. He's like, okay, well, it's either you're going to be very soon or you're pregnant. Like, wait, and the worst part is that she wants to walk. I'm like, how do you just drop that bomb and then you walk away? So she tries to walk away, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And she's like, no, I just don't know how to tell you this. People tend to be really, really uncomfortable when I tell them these type of things, and I didn't know if you'd be uncomfortable. I'm like, no, tell me what's going on. She's like, no, I had a vision of you holding a child. I'm like, what? And the worst part in my brain, I was like, okay, I've been thinking. And I don't look pregnant because I mean, in the beginning, most of y'all would not say like I never gained weight or anything. I was actually losing weight. So I was just like, what is this? And she really seemed genuine and I could feel it. And then she's like, God speaks to me and sometimes he tells me things about people and that's what I wanted you to know. So I'm like, wow. Was it a girl? Was it a boy? She's like, I don't know. That's all I can tell you. I felt so flabbergasted and I was just like, okay, let me just go get this pregnancy test and just try. I don't know if this is just some crazy coincidence, but yeah, let me try it out. So I went and I got myself a pregnancy test and bam, I was pregnant. So that's how I found out that I was expecting my daughter. And wow, let me tell you, God is amazing and he uses just anybody to speak to you, just to wake you up and say, you know what, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm about to bless you and give you blessings. So guys, just know how important it is to really keep your spiritual mind open and ask God for discernment, whether it is him speaking or it's something else. But at this point, I could feel and I could sense that this was God using this woman, telling me to prepare for the next phase of my life. So then we went to the next step, was to just get the blood test and just see if everything was okay. I was a bit confused on how to start. I didn't know whether I needed to go to Gynae first or needed to get a recommendation. I didn't know which Gynae to go to. I was just like all up in here. So we started by going to one Gynae, and guys, let me tell you how important it is to pray for your pregnancy, pray for your child, even before you have a child, even before you're married. Just pray for your situations, guys. The doctor just tells me I have a cyst on my ovary, and the way that she delivered the message, the way that she even did everything, the way she handled herself, it was just more like a business transaction, and I didn't want to feel like that. I wanted someone who actually understood how special this moment was to me. It's my first child, and no matter even if it's not your first child, you want a gynae that actually can connect with you on a certain level. And I just didn't feel that connection, and it felt like it was just like, okay, you're coming here to just give me money and I'm just gonna tell you whatever, however. And so she tells me I have a cyst on my ovary, and she says that the cyst, it looks abnormal. And I was just like, okay. And then she tells me if I had gone there like 3 months before, what she would have told me, I couldn't get pregnant. So I was like, hold on, wait, this is where you're just not the right doctor for me. I felt at that moment, I was like, no, this woman is not the one for my journey. This woman is not the gynae that I will be continuing with, because even the way that she said it, it's like, I don't believe that gynae should tell patients that we should be really open and tell things directly, even if there was a problem. You don't make them worry. However, she made me worry. She made me stress, and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, how is this going to affect my child? She's like, it won't affect your child in any way. However, we'll have to see if we'll have an operation before the child is born to remove it. It's not invasive, but we're going to try and see if we can have an operation to remove it. Then she's like, I'll give you back feedback. I need to send for a second opinion. During this time, I was just like, oh my gosh. But I refused to like get into a state of fear, you know, like where, what's going on? Do I have cancer? Do I have a malignant cyst on me, and what is this going to entail? You know, just praying and meditating about it, because I'm like, God, you gave me this child, and this child's here even though she said he or she should not be here. So at the end of the day, I leave this child in your hands because it's your child. That's basically what it ended up being, us looking for a different gynae, because I felt like I needed to have another opinion and to see another gynae, because I felt that we didn't connect on that level. So I ended up finding my gynae, the one that I went through the rest of my 9 months. My God, let me tell you, she is the bomb. The calmest person. She'll make you understand that everything is okay. Even if it's not okay, she has a way of delivering the news to you. And she checked the cyst and she says it's normal. Apparently it's normal for women to have cysts out of the ovary that release the egg. It's normal for women to have cysts on that. That's what she said. And from the time where that lady, the previous gynecologist saw the cyst, it had dissolved.
and it was much smaller and it was disappearing. And she says there's no way that this is malignant, and even if it was malignant, we never operate during pregnancy. That's not something that I would do, and I don't understand. She's like, she had a patient who had like size cyst, and she went throughout her pregnancy and they took it out at the end. So the whole thing of trying to freak me out and coming back to me even after the second opinion, let me tell you, she says the doctor says that we should even have the 3 options of either operating at 12 weeks, non-invasive surgery, or doing it during a C-section if we wanted to do a C-section, or coming back after the whole pregnancy and delivery. The doctor that I had, the gynae that I went throughout my pregnancy with, she just monitored it, and it disappeared. It was not anything to be concerned about, and had I stressed and had I worried, it could have, you know, had I made the wrong decision, I could have maybe lost my child. So guys, when you're pregnant and stuff and you want to start your journey, always pray for the correct doctors. Always go for a second and even third opinion before you make any drastic decision, because it could cost your child's life. It could even cost your life. Symptoms, oh my dear, symptoms. I had nausea towards the middle of my first trimester all the way to the 6th month of my pregnancy. So that's almost like the end of the 2nd trimester. And I was vomiting. I could not keep anything down. The food was just not tasting the same. I think the worst part of my pregnancy was just not being able to eat, not even being able to keep water down. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't even drink my prenatal vitamins without bringing them back out. The smell of rice, guys, I could not stand rice. The smell of chicken, the texture of chicken. I also experienced a lot of a dry mouth. My mouth was always dry and I had bleeding gums. So when I was brushing my teeth, I would always bleed. I tried flossing, it was like bleeding insane. I had to use like a baby toothbrush just to brush my teeth. I had lots of food allergens. I hated chicken. I hated rice, certain perfumes, especially my husband's perfume. I actually asked him to change perfumes. I changed my own perfume. I could not stand the smell of my perfume. I couldn't stand the smell of the air freshener. Things that I used to love, I totally hated in terms of a scent. You know, when you drive past like a food outlet, I did not enjoy the smell of the oil, the frying oil. Experience is one thing they call round ligament pain, which is when you feel like your hips are about to crack. I had a jabbing feeling in the lower part of my abdomen, and my hoo-ha was not very happy. I also had pain on either side, but that's normal. It's not something that people really say, but it's normal because your body is stretching to accommodate the baby, the womb that's growing as well. Also to prepare yourself for labor. So it's normal that you have that pain. The round ligament is a ligament that connects the front of the womb to the groin. And because it stretches, that causes that pain. So I didn't know. I had to call my gynae and ask her, is this normal? And she's like, all of that is normal. I also suffered a lot from acne. I had issues with my skin. Oh, by the way, to those of you guys who have given me suggestions as to what to use for my skin, thank you so much. I've actually started a whole treatment on some products. Thank you so much to one of my subscribers who helped me with a skin range that I'm actually loving. It's my 6th day and my skin's looking really good under this, so I'm happy. Thank you for that, guys. I had a lot of acne. I suffer generally from eczema, so I had a lot of eczema during the time. It was around winter, especially when I was at my biggest, at the latest stage of my pregnancy. It easy, but it was not actually easy. Labor, woo-wee. It's intense vibrations that go all the way from the back of your spine to the side of your tense. My whole experience started so strangely. Labor for 3 days. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And please stay tuned for part 2, where I will be revealing more about my journey.